Hi, Anissa Coy here with Firehouse Education, and I'm doing this video this week on my Ask Anissa column for you. And the question that I'm going to actually talk about and answer here was a question that was asked of me last couple weeks back when we were at an event in Vegas, the ICE Expo, International Cleaning Experts Exposition. And it's one that is asked of us all the time. Very, very common question. And this person came up to me at the expo in our booth and said, you know, I've been in restoration for about a year and I'm having a really tough time getting work. What is the best way to get people to refer jobs to me? That is an excellent question. And it's one, as I said, that we get asked all the time. The number one question everyone has is, how do I get restoration work? So there's really three big key components here, okay? One of them is to hitch a current database, all right? It amazes me that if you're a cleaner currently, or a business that has a database and you're trying to get into restoration, you already have clients that know, like, and trust you, hopefully, and you need to hit that list and let them know that you are offering these services, okay? Now, hopefully you have a good relationship with this list, which I'm going to get back to that in just a second, okay? The second thing that you need to make sure you have is a good referral program in place, all right? So that if you have people referring your business to do restoration work, that you have a good, clear program in place where you will reward those people. It's very important. The third thing that you need to have is you really need to understand the difference between a relationship and a transaction. And be very, very clear on this, okay? So those are the three top things that you need. Now I'm gonna actually, this answer is very in-depth, and it's actually gonna take a couple of videos to answer, but I'm gonna pick each one of these three things and go in depth with them. And right now what we're gonna talk about is I wanna go in depth with the relationship versus transaction, because this is the biggest way that you're gonna have an impact on getting the phone ringing and restoration work coming in your door, okay? So you need to really understand, if you hit your current database and you don't get a big response of people sending you restoration work, then you need to question yourself and ask, how good of a relationship do I have with my current database? Do you contact them on a regular basis? Do you get a response from them when you contact them? And when you contact them, are you contacting them with pitch? Or are you contacting them with value? Okay? There's a really huge distinction here, and a lot of some business owners think that they know the difference between the relationship and the transaction when they're really only doing transaction with their clients. Okay? In restoration work, it only takes a couple of good relationships to make you a lot of money, okay? So it doesn't take having 20 or 30 adjusters at your beck and call or 15 agents sending you all their work. It just takes a couple, 3 good relationships to send you a lot of work and make your business a lot of money. So you need to think about, what relationships do you have? Who can you create a relationship with that has like-kind clients that would use your services, okay? So these are really important questions that I want you to ask yourself. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is, let me see, I'm just looking at my notes here, because this is a very in-depth question, so I took some notes to make sure I hit all this good. So your current database is something that you want to keep in contact with regularly. And by regularly, I mean you should be touching them multiple times in a month, whether they're using your services or not. Bare minimum once a month. And by touching them, I don't mean send them a postcard, tell them that, you know, if they come and use your service, they'll get 50 bucks off. Give them, I mean touch them by giving them value, okay? It's really, really important that you do that. Those relationships will pay off big when their sphere of influence has a loss of some kind in their home. Our business, as you probably know, is 100% referral based at this point. And that's how we created that, was by those relationships that we built, okay? So next week, I'm actually going to do a series here on this answer because it's very in-depth. We're going to talk about a referral program and how to have a referral program set up in your company for restoration, because it is a little bit different. You've got to be careful in restoration work when you're doing a referral program, especially when you're dealing with adjusters. Okay, you obviously can't pay an adjuster to send you work because that is against the rules and pretty considered unethical. Okay, so we'll talk more about that next week, but for now I hope that you found value in the video. I hope that you are subscribed to the e-newsletter. Be sure to do that if you're not, so that you can get the rest in this series. And remember, if you want restoration work coming in your door, I don't care if you're brand new or you've been doing this 30 years, it is all about the relationships that you have and the relationship you have with your current database. So until next week, this is Anissa, and I'll see you then.